it came across as if England believe they're above the fundamentals of 50 over cricket. Like they've learned a different way to do it than everybody else in world cricket, and they're sticking by their guns with it. So as I set you up here, I say you were right to say that they aren't going to make any critics eat their words. You were right to say you don't even see them necessarily getting out of the group. So I'm not really going to let you bask in that glory. I'm more going to let you explain why you were so certain that they were going to turn up and do exactly what they've done.
So what a lot of people in the media that I've seen do is they're very quick to jump on a bandwagon and kind of after time it. After it's happened, they tell you why it went wrong, rather than telling you before why it's going to go wrong. Now, we spoke at length about why it was going to go wrong for England. They are extremely arrogant. They didn't prepare properly. They make public comments that infuriate their fans. For example, whilst getting walloped by India in their only preparation for this competition was getting hammered in every game by India. And they said, it doesn't matter. I know it would be nice to beat India. Thanks for the money for coming to watch us and all that. But we're trying to peak at the right time, which is the Champions Trophy. Well, if that's the peak, what we've just seen, it is very much time to rip everything up and start again. England turned up to a must-win game with 4 bowlers in their attack, and 3 of them were injured. Not they got injured yesterday. They were all injured before yesterday. Mark Wood is a cripple. That is a fact. He cannot play 3 games in a row. He doesn't play 3 games in a row. He turned up and he got injured after about 5 minutes, and they made him put his knee at serious long-term risk by hobbling through 8 overs. And when he finished those 8 overs, they threw the ball to, oh, sorry, Livingston's gone off the field. Joe, can you bowl this one? Yeah, sure. Yeah. On the most important bat, I'll bowl at the death. Yeah, we'll get spanked everywhere. We're done. Overton, injured all the time. He's in it. Jofra, they made him bowl 70 overs in 2 consecutive innings when he was an injury worry, as he was the hottest prospect in England's fast bowling history at the start of his career. They made him bowl 70 overs across 2 innings. One of those games we lost by an innings, the other one we drew. Thank you, England. Well done again. So they've got loads of England injured players and loads of stupid players. And then they chucked the kid in at number 3 to try and sort the batting out, which spectacularly failed. I don't blame him for that. It's not all Butler's fault. Butler doesn't look like he's really enjoyed that job of basically being told what to do by McCullum. He hasn't looked happy since he's been captain. The results have been crap since he's been captain. Perhaps he's not a natural leader. But when you've got a generational ODI talent, as Josh Butler is, or white ball talent, his ODI numbers don't look all that great, but he was utterly brilliant in the World Cup final, and I think fans will take that. Like, he is awesome at white ball cricket, Josh Butler. But when you're like, well, he's also our keeper, but now he's captain, but now he's not our keeper, they're mucking him about a bit. He's got a lot of stuff to do, and he has to front up to the media that are asking him questions that he can't answer all the time. It doesn't help with his batting. It clearly doesn't help. So, yeah, fine, take it off Josh Butler. But we spoke about every way in which England were rubbish, and they have out-rubbished themselves. But to come out, when Livingston came out after the Australia disgrace, when he said, I want to get the direct quote because I don't personally think that performance deserved to lose, are his words. Okay, that's what he said. And that wasn't immediately after the game where anyone can say anything when adrenaline's running high and someone shoved the microphone into your face. That is sat down the following day, having had a night's sleep and a shower and all the rest of it. His composed thoughts were, personally, I don't think that performance deserved to lose. Liam Livingstone in that game against Australia on an absolute highway, that was a road, that Lahore pitch, and particularly so in that first game, had to face, he came in with 9 overs to go, which is a very good entry point for him, Dwarshuis, who is Australia's 6th best fast bowler, and Marnus Labuschagne. That was who he had to face, right? The death bowling partnership extraordinaire of Dwarshuis, Big Bash competition winner Dwarshuis, and Marnus Labuschagne. And he scored 14 off 17 balls when England had 320 odd under their belts before he came to the crease. And he started taking the wheels off himself. And then he came out and said, well, we deserve to win, so it's fine. Now, you mentioned this to me off air, or no, sorry, Rakshit mentioned this to me off air before we started. England have set out to be entertaining, and to be fair, they have been in the 2 most entertaining games by a long way in this competition. Would fans prefer that England won because India have been catastrophically boring in this competition without their best player, yet they've won easily in both their games? They just took their time and beat the opposition that was in front of them. England, this set of idiots, have turned up and got massacred twice when they were in extremely strong positions to win the game both times. Very strong yesterday. And what has done them is a combination of their pig-headed attitude, their ludicrous lack of preparation for this competition, and ultimately, when the games were on a knife edge, their own stupidity killed them. Look at Overton's innings yesterday. He's 30-odd not out and playing absolutely fine on a very good pitch. England are just about to win that game as long as he doesn't hit the ball in the air. If he hits the ball along the floor, the run rate wasn't silly. He just needed to, he was set, fine. He hit it straight up in the air, out. Archer still had plenty, the way he batted the game before, Archer still could have done it. It's very difficult to dig out your fast bowler for not winning you the game with the bat, but he hit it up in the air. And then they go, oh, sorry, Wood, can you come out, mate? I know you can't move, but can you try and win us the game? We need 13 off 7. And he plays a forward defence and then tries to run the fastest 2 you've ever seen off the next ball and can only do 1. Do you know what I mean? It's just total madness. It looks like there's no planning whatsoever.